Shalom. First, I want to give all honor, glory, praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Bashem HaKrakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All honor, glory, praises due. In this video, I want to, as you can see, I wanted to talk about love. And I'm going to read the definition on Google what love means. And it reads, the first definition is an intense feeling of deep affection. The second definition is a great interest and pleasure in something. And the reason why I want to talk about love, man, is when you think about it, man, like a lot of us, I ain't going to say it, well, yeah, 2/3, let me say, heathens. They put their love on materialistic things. You know, it's cool to like things, but to love it, nah. They think love comes from, like, money. And the scriptures say for the love of money is the root of all evil. They think love comes from, cars, clothes. Hell, some even would base their love off of a TV show, or, they'll think of what love really is off of a TV show, like they get everything off of TV, music, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. TV and music can't teach you what love really is, I was watching the show, and I was sitting up here thinking, like, a lot of people really believe in this shit, Like, they believe in TVs to be able to act. They believe in TV. They take what they see on TV and then they try to apply it to their life. Like it's going to happen the same exact way. And it's all vanity. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, vanity of vanity, all is vanity, Because when it turns out in reality, the same thing don't happen. TV is nothing but a la-la land. Music is nothing but la-la land. Unless it's talking about something real. And I just wanted to bring out the love of the Father, because to me, the Most High is love, Because when you think about it, to Israel, let me say, he's love because he loves us. His name means I am, who I am salvation. I am in his name, he is salvation, but, that's just it, he is, And one of the things that he is love. And I'm going to bring out scripture. Hold on one sec. And bring out scripture to show how he loves us, being Israel. This is Ezekiel chapter 16, starting at verse 1. And it reads, again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations, and say, thus saith the Lord, power unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother a Hittite. And as for thy nativity in the day thou wast born, thy navel was not, Salak, thy navel was not cut, neither was thou washed in water to supply thee. Thou wast not salted at all, nor swallowed at all. None I pitied thee to do any of these unto thee, to have compassion upon thee. But thou wast cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person, in the day that thou wast born. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thine own blood, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxed great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breasts are fashioned, and thine hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love. And I spread my skirt over thee, and covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swear unto thee, and entered into a covenant with thee, said the Lord power, and thou becamest mine. Then I washed thee with water, yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil. I clothed thee also with broidered work, and showed thee the badger's skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy head. And I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thine head. Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk, embroidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour, and honey, and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect through my comeliness, which I had put upon thee, said the Lord power, Yahweh. The Most High took us from nothing to something. You know, he took us from nothing to something, all because of his love for us. And which brings me to this next verse, because nobody made the Most High love us. He did it, you know. It's the feeling that he has for us. I'm going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 14. And it reads, Behold, the heaven of heavens is the Lord's, thy power, Yahweh. The earth also, with all that therein is. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked, for the Lord your power is God of gods, and Lord of lords, and a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. He doth execute the judgment of the fatherless and widow, and loveth the stranger, and giveth him food and raiment. Love ye therefore the stranger, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy power, him shalt thou serve, and to him shalt thou cleave, and swear by his name. He is the praise, he is thy God, that hath done for thee these great and terrible things, which thine eyes have seen. Thy fathers went down into Egypt, with 70 persons. And now the Lord thy power hath made thee as the stars of heaven for multitude. So verse 22 backs up Ezekiel chapter 16. You know, when we first went into Egypt, we started out as 70 people coming into Egypt. Then it came to 150 Israelite men fighting in the war, alongside the Egyptians. The Egyptians, we was outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? Only 150 people, and the Egyptians, they ran. And we slew them all. 150 people, 150 Israelites slew everything, even the Egyptians for running. And that's all because of the Most High's love. And then you go from 70 to 150 men fighting in a battle that wasn't even really theirs. And now look at us. Even though we not unified right now, we separated, but look at us now. Look at how many people we are. Look at the multitude of us. We are everywhere, literally. 4 corners of the earth. And then another point that I want to bring out with this one was verse 14, where it reads again, behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord's, thy power. He's above everything. Every single thing, even the things that we can't even imagine, he's above it. I'm going to read it again. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord's, thy power. The earth also, with all that therein. Verse 15. Only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers to love them. Only he had the delight. Nobody made him have it. Only he had the feeling. Nobody made him feel that way. And he chose their seed after them. He chose us. Even you above all people, as it is this day. I'm going to go to Psalms 33, verse 12. Psalms 33, verse 12, and it reads, blessed is the nation whose power is the Lord, Yahweh, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. He chose us. He gave us the promise. He gave us the covenant, and he keeping his word because he loves us, because he remembered the covenant, man. And this is how we're blessed. I'm going to go to John 3:16. I know everybody knows this. Even heathens know it, but I'm going to bring it out because it's only talking about us, Israel. It's John 3:16, and it reads, excuse me, it's a lot. For power so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For power sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He loved us so much that he gave his only begotten Son. Think about that, man. The love. Fathers out there, who would you sacrifice your son for stiff-necked people? And the same goes with Yahweh, man. I'm gonna go to Luke chapter 7. Chapter 7, verse 4. And it reads, and when they came to Yahweh, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy for whom he should do this. For he loveth our nation, and he hath built us a synagogue. They knew automatically, because of the love of Yahushua, the love for his people, that he was the one, that he was the only begotten son, that he was the Messiah. They knew it. And they could see it because they saw him by his fruits. Because he had so much love for us. Whether you was 1/3 or 2/3, whether you was elect or whether you was a 2/3, he loved you. He died for you. I'm gonna go to Matthew, and again, bro, let me ask this question again. How many of y'all would put your life on the line for stiff-necked people? Would you do it? Strongest man that ever walked the earth. Like, people literally spat on him. They spat on him. They cursed him. They called him a joke. They laughed at him. And he still died. Like, to hold all that in, bro. To hold all that in. And knowing that you gotta die for people like this, people that act this way towards you, you gotta be strong-spirited. You gotta have a strong mindset. And he still did it. He could have saved himself off the cross like they was mocking him to do. He could have done it, but he didn't. I'm going to go to Matthew chapter 22, verse 37. This is Yahushua's law. And it reads, I'm going to go to 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? And Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. It's all about love, man. You got to love the Father with all your mind, heart, and soul. Because if you love the Father with all your mind, heart, and soul, because those three are connected, man, you wouldn't want to sin against them. It's the same with your brother, with your aunt, with your neighbor, with your aqua. If you love them, you wouldn't want to sin against them. Think about it, man. Like, love don't live here. Love don't sit here in this world that we're living in today. If you think about all the violence, drugs, gang banging, all of that, man, that's not love. That's not love at all, bro. You got people out here on the street encouraging people. Man, think about rap music today, how they promoting it. They promoting all this vile shit, feeding it to our people. And it's our own people feeding it to our people. Now, you think they got love for you? Somebody that got love would tell you about yourself. Somebody that really truly love you, and they see you going in the wrong direction. They see you out here fucking up. They'll rebuke you because they want you to snap out of that shit. They want you to get your shit straight. I'm gonna go to Proverbs chapter 9. On verse 8, and it reads, Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So yeah, man, rebuke a scorner gonna be like, fuck you talking, like, man, you sitting up here, say for instance, man, you got a friend and he out here selling drugs, you know what I'm saying, getting caught up, feds is watching him, and you trying to tell him about himself, trying to tell him get your life straight, bro. Like fuck all this other shit, man. Like, get your life straight. He gonna be like, man, fuck you talking about, man. I'm getting money. That's all he care about. He not being wise. He's scoring. He a scorer, you know. But if you got a real true brother and you see him going down that path and you rebuke him and he wise, he gonna love you for it. He gonna be like, you know what, I'm right. I need to stop all this shit. And he will stop that shit. I'm gonna go to Proverbs 15 and 15 verse 12. And it reads, a scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go unto the wise. A scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go unto the wise. I think it speaks for itself, man. Like, he not gonna go to a wise man because he already know what's gonna come out of their mouth. You feel me? He gonna take advice from somebody that's down bad just as bad as him. That's who he gonna run to. He gonna get advice from the wicked before he get advice from the wise. But the wicked ain't got no love for him. I'm gonna go to Proverbs chapter 10, verse 12. And it reads, hatred stirreth up strife, but love covereth all sins. Just like it says, man, if you hate somebody, man, I feel like if you hate somebody, like it says, it's going to stir up strife. If you love somebody, it covers all sin. Because if you really, truly love somebody, again, why would you want to sin against them? If you love the Most High, why would you want to sin against them? If you love your Ak, why would you want to sin against them? If I love my Ak, man, I for damn sure ain't trying to steal from him. I'm not trying to lie to him. I'm not trying to mess around with his woman. I'm not trying to do any of that because I love him. Why would I want to break his heart? Why would I want to break? And if I break his heart, I'm breaking the Most High's heart. Why would I want to break their heart, man? Why would I want to anger the Most High? What's the point, bro? And that's another fucked up thing that bro, this world, like I said, this world has no love here. Like, you got niggas that's out here bragging about sleeping with another man's wife. Hell, a lot of us, we was doing that shit back in high school. Like, yeah, I did. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's no love here. They taught us the wrong way. They taught us the wrong way, bro. This world is fucked up. I'm gonna go to Proverbs chapter 27. Starting at verse 5 and 6. And it reads, open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kiss of an enemy are deceitful. Like I said, man, like, love it's not gonna be sweet all the time, bro. It's not. You got You got love, you got the type of love where it's like, yeah, it makes me feel good, but then again, you got love where it's like it's tough. You know, you probably gotta get knocked upside the head to start to get right. You know, like, man, if you faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Like, bro, I'm trying to think of an example because it just speaks for itself, bro. Because if you out here fucking up, bro, I'm going to tell you about yourself. I'm going to tell you out here fucking up. And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to show you how. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to ask you, like, I'm not going to beg you, but I'm going to tell you, like, you need to straighten up. But an enemy, he going to do the complete opposite. He going to tell you, man, you getting money, fuck it. Are you good? Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I would want a knock to tell me I'm fucking up. Rebuke me in front of all people. And I'll do the same. Because we in this together, you know. Let every man work out his salvation with fear and trembling. But, man, the Most High brought us together for a reason at the same time. Iron sharpen iron. Rebuke me if I'm fucking up. Because if you're not rebuking, if you see me fucking up and you not rebuking me, then you my enemy, bro. I'm going to Matthew chapter 5. Verse 43. I'm going to read 43 through 46. And it reads, Ye have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father, which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? I brought that out, man, because it's like, yo, I just love my people. And when it talks about enemy, it's talking about your enemy within the nation, within Israel. Like, man, fuck all these other nations. Like, I have no love for them. They're the ones who taught my people to go to do wickedness in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no love for them enemies, but what it's talking about is the enemy, your enemy within the nation. Because at the same time, he's still your brother. You know, like these 2/3, man, like, yeah, like right now I can't stand them, but I still love them. You know, I ain't gonna treat them wrong when they come my way. I'm gonna let my light shine. You know, I'm gonna still try to represent Yahweh Bashem Yahushua the right way. When the enemy step towards me, I'm not gonna treat them like an enemy. I'm gonna treat them like who they really are, my brother, my sister. You know, even though I might not get the same thing back. You know, the Most High see it. I'm gonna let Yahweh deal with it. So I'm always I'm not gonna let them take me off my square. I'm gonna go to Luke chapter 7. And this scripture right here is the key. It shows you that, man, so again, the law of liberty. It's all about love. Luke chapter 7, verse 37. And I'm going to read through 48. And it reads, And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, when she knew that Yahweh sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of ointment, and stood at his feet behind him weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointment. Now when the Pharisee which had bidden him saw it, he spake within himself, saying, This man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of a woman this is, and toucheth him, for she is a sinner. And Yahweh answering said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And he saith, Master, say on. Verse 41. There was a certain creditor which had 2 debtors, and the one owed 500 pence, and the other 50. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me, therefore, which of them will love him most? Simon answered and said, I suppose that he, to whom he forgave most. And he said unto him, Thou hast rightly judged. And he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, Seest thou this woman? I entered into thine house. Thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my feet with tears, and wiped them with the hairs on her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman, since the time I came in, hath not ceased to kiss my feet. My head with oil thou didst not anoint, but this woman hath anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. And he answered unto her, Thy sins are forgiven. Verse 47 is the meat. It reads, Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. The key is love, bro. That's the most that's what the Most High want out of us. He wants us to love one another. He wants us to love him. If you, man, you can only be dealing with one sin, but if you ain't got no type of love in your heart, man, you can have one sin, but if you ain't got no type of love in your heart, can you be forgiven? Because it say it right there. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. You gotta love, bro. That's all it's about. Love for one another. I'm gonna go to Romans 13. I'm gonna read 9 and 10. And it reads, For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in the same, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. It's all about love, man. These are the 1, 2. These are parts of the Ten Commandments right here in verse 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love, like I said before, if you love somebody, why would you want to sin against them intentionally? That's why I believe, like, bro, if you really truly love someone, you wouldn't sin against them intentionally. Love worketh no ill will, no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. I'm going to go to Luke 19. I'm going to read verse 41 and 44. 41 through 44. And it reads, and when I'm bringing this out, man, because I just want to show you how Yahweh loved us, man. He wept for us. And then he asked the Father to forgive us during the crucifixion. After the crucifixion, he asked the Most High to forgive us because we don't know what we do. So I'm gonna bring those two out, and this is Luke 19 verse 41 through 44, and it reads, and when he was come near, he beheld the city, and wept for it. He wept for it, saying, if thou hast known, even thou, at least in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, but now they are hid from thy eyes. For the day shall come upon thee that thy enemy shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side. It's a lot. Verse 44, and shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knewest not the time of thy visitation. He was weeping for us because of that. Because he knew what was to come. And we were blind. We didn't know. He was weeping for us because we was literally walking on the edge of a cliff with a blindfold. He was trying to save who he could save too. I'm going to go to Luke chapter 23. Verse 33. And it reads, and when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him, and the malefactors, one on the right hand and on the other on the left. Then said Yahweh, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his raiment and cast lots, and the people stood beholding, and the rulers also with them dared him, saying, he saved others, let him save himself, if he be Hamashiach, the chosen of power Yahweh. And the soldier also mocked him, coming to him, and offering him vinegar, and saying, if thou be the king of the Jews, save thyself. And a superscription also was written over him in letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew, this is the king of the Jews. See how they was mocking him? Multitude of Judites, Southern Kingdom, mocking him. Just like they mock him today. Northern and Southern. Mocking our only king, bro. It's written. It was written. This is the king of the Jews. see why he was crowned king. See why he was predestined for that role. Because he had the true love in his heart, for his people. Enemy or not, man, he loved them. He loved them so much to where it was like, unto the grave. Lord. He loved them so much to where it was like, man, unto the grave, he still asked the Father to forgive those who didn't want to believe in him because they didn't know what they was doing. They was blind. They was dead. And it shows you how wicked our people are, And now today, we try to wake them up and they don't want to wake up. They proud of this world that we living in. And then it's like, bro, nothing clicks in your head. Like, you don't get tired of the everyday things that you do. You don't get tired of waking up, having to leave the house for 8 to 10 hours, sometimes 16 hours, slaving for another people, then going home and just seeing the same shit. That's life to you? To you 2/3, that's life? You happy about that? Y'all happy about this shit. And love don't live here. This ain't life. This is hell, bro. Love don't live here, bro. But y'all, it's funny because y'all rather take this than to take the kingdom. Y'all rather take some bullshit from a Jaf fight than to take orders of the Most High. Y'all rather take orders from a man. A man that can die just as much as you can die, than to take orders from the creator of the whole entire world. The creator of the universe. That is hilarious to me, bro. That's something to think about and meditate on. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. I'm gonna end it out the right way. Giving all honor, glory, praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Bashem HaKrakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All honor, glory, praises due. Shalom, family. Love y'all.